Hey there guys, what's going on? It's Galeriot here, back on the 5-9 channel, and we are here to talk about Pikkon, various other names that he has been known by in the community. And here we are, it's finally happening. The most anticipated dual Dokkan fest of the year on Globe. Well, that's a lie. It's probably the most subdued one we've had in recent years. Of course, Pikkon and Janemba are coming to Global relatively soon. And here we are, talking about Pikkon. Of course, I think I've gotten the better of the two in my opinion to talk about personally, because let's be honest, Janemba has a lot of issues, and we'll come on to that in a second, of course, once we talk about his passives and whatnot. But I'm gonna let this play, his super attack animations and whatnot, and I want to just generally talk about my thoughts when I saw him for the first time on JP. And personally, I was kind of okay, because I had made a bold prediction on my Twitter saying, oh, we'll have all the fusions in the span of 1 year, and the only two ones when I made that tweet left before they were announced and stuff was SSJ for Vegito and Super Gogeta. I saw SSJ for Vegeta and I was like, oh, Super Gogeta, come on. And then we saw I think Janemba's news dropped first when we were watching it during the Jump Festa, and then we saw Pikkon and I was like, god damn it, I was so close. But I still take the dub because there is Gogeta and his super attack. Obviously, he does have a unit super attack with a Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel that obviously goes and fuses into Gogeta during his animation, which is kind of sick, I must admit. It's very, very cool, especially when they're fusing in the background while he's attacking Janemba. Even though it's a what if, and obviously he did get his, what's the best way to put it? He wasn't living the best while fighting Janemba. I think we'll roll with that notion. But let's go straight into Pikkon and his unit breakdown, I guess. Let's call it a unit breakdown. Pikkon, Connected Hope category, Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense 170, or Superclass Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense 130%. I think that's great overall. I mean, Superclass 130% is a huge dub already. Just allows him to have a lot of super units on his team, that just may not, it doesn't restrict him that much in terms of team setup, because you can literally run everything and anything with him. And Connected Hope as a whole is not a bad category. If you look at it right here, you've got a lot of Spirit Bomb Gokus, you've got the Gogetas, got a couple of full power Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, the SSJ3 Gokus here and there, sprinkled in between, of course. So overall, I don't think this is a bad category whatsoever. I can see it expanding more and more, because we're still to get so many Spirit Bomb Gokus. I feel a new full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, a new Gogeta remake, of course, as a counterpart to the SDR Vegito. So I think there's a lot more potential for that. I think it's a good leader skill overall, nothing to complain about. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and greatly lowers attack. That's perfectly fine. I mean, this is great because of Super Battle Road and ESBR, and because he's Super AGL. I know a lot of people complain about the difficulty that Super AGL has. Personally, I find Extreme Tech to be worse, but obviously I know Super AGL is definitely second, if not first, right? I still think it's quite difficult, and him greatly lowering attack, I should say, is immensely helpful for any stage in Super Battle Road. So huge plus on that alone, like his just a super attack alone. And then you come on to his unit super attack, which is with any Angel Goku or Vegeta Angel, which is not really impossible, even if you look at his own category and the fact that he leads super class 130, right? So it's more than fine. But even if you look at this category, you've got the physical Vegeta, you've got the Goku Vegeta and Angel physical, you have the Attack SSJ3 Angel Goku, the free-to-play one. Connected Hopes obviously is kind of lacking compared to just what you would find normally, but if you look at, obviously the Super Saiyan 2 Goku as well, I should mention that one, right? But if you go into Super Class, you'll probably find a lot more to select from, and I think that's more than fine. And all he does, in addition to his normal super attack in the unit super attack, is that all of his attacks become... Browser, please don't do this to me. Attacks become effective against all types, which is insane in my opinion. I think that allows him to output a lot more, of course, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily screw him over, like you need to get the unit super attack, because the greatly lowers attack remains the same in both, which is, I think, the key part of it, right? The attacks become effective against all types, like I said, is just a bonus in this case, I feel, and that's really good. Unit super attacks should be a bonus. They should not be mandatory, like, oh, you need to get that to execute the maximum potential of this unit, in my opinion, right? I think it's great that they have what they have in certain other units where, you know, it increases all allies defense by 30%, but that's you'd want to get you'd want to get that for the rest of the team. Here it makes him better, but it's not like absolutely necessary. I'm pretty sure I'm not explaining it properly, but you get what I assume some of you might understand what I mean when there's a difference between it's amazing for everybody and you need to kind of get it, whereas it's a bonus, but it's not like the most absolute needed thing on the planet, right? That's what I'm coming with his unit super attack. I think his passive skill as well is really solid. It has some issues, but I feel it's a lot better than Janemba's, and I'll come on to it in a second. Attack and defense 150, super class allies, key +2, plus an additional attack and defense 30% with 3 or more key type key spheres, I should say. Key +4, high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, and seals the attacked enemy's super attack with a rainbow key sphere obtained. Again, he aids the team, he aids himself because we know his links ain't that good, so he needs the key. And of course, he seals the enemy's super attack as well as increasing his chance to dodge so you don't take damage with the rainbow key sphere, and only one. The reason why I say he's better than Janemba, he requires, for his support passive, he needs 4 or more type key spheres, which is hard. And then he needs 2 or more rainbow key spheres to get his damage reduction as well. Obviously he guards, but that damage reduction helps a lot, especially because it's only 120 attack and defense on his base passive. I don't know why they made this much of a difference. Of course, I know because Janemba also transforms, but it's insane, in my opinion, how much better Pikkon is overall, just based on their base passives, right? Janemba obviously can be transformed relatively easily with 5 or more attacks received, but like, I've always been of the mindset that a unit without any restriction in terms of how many orbs you can get is better, because that's more in your control than anything else. Because you're relying on the orb layout or the orb field to give you the right orbs for the unit, right? And more often than not, you can get kind of cucked. And that's the biggest problem I have with units like Pikkon, Majin Vegeta / Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, Int Angel Goku, Janemba, and so on and so forth, is that because they don't change their own orbs, they kind of have to rely on other people to change the orbs for them to make it easier, or you kind of have to just get lucky, kind of, which can be a problem. Of course, one rainbow key sphere is ideally, you would like to think, not the most difficult thing to obtain, but the 3 or more type key spheres, again, same thing with the rainbow key sphere, not the worst thing to get, but not the best thing to get either, right? So I'm of a 50-50 mindset. I love the passive as a whole. It's just the restrictions are kind of like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's better than Janemba. His active skill is a very, very underrated thing, in my opinion. I feel like people, you know, skim over it and are like, nah, that does no, but it's actually really good in my opinion, because delays a single target enemy's attack for 1 turn. Well, I should say underrated in the sense more so people don't talk about it. I feel people just gloss over it and don't kind of address the fact that it's part of his kit and it actually makes him really good. That's what I mean more so. I don't think anybody says it's bad per se. But yeah, carrying on, sorry. Can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or more, starting from the 4th turn of battle from the start of battle. Now this, in my opinion, is really good, even though you might not be able to see it in SBR or ESBR that much. In long run events like IDBH, the God event, the, what's it called? Fighting Legend Goku, of course. That's where he will shine massively, I feel, as well, with this active skill. Because you're going to be going quite deep into the event. You're not going to be finishing it off in turn 3 or 4. You know, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to finish it off in those turns. So you'll be more than likely getting this, right? Probably 50% HP or less might be iffy, but especially in the God event, because you're only facing one enemy rather than multiple enemies, unlike IDBH. So that's where it can be a bit tricky, the God event, but still I think it's not impossible, I feel. And it's a free damageless turn. Literally, you're going for a free, scot-free, no damage there. And I think that's the most important thing of this passive, is like, it's literally letting you take no damage. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's a solid active skill. I wish we could see more of this sort of an active skill, maybe in future units where it's unique. It's not just, oh, slap more attack, slap more keys, slap more defense, or reduce defense and increase attack massively, you know? Give us more stuff like this where it increases, guarantees you multiple additionals and one chance to, or a high chance to dodge, or something along those lines. Just give us something unique, right? And this is unique. I really like this, and I wish we can see more of these active skills down the line. We'll come on to his link skills, and I'll just gloss over them because they're okay. They're not amazing. I mean, Otherworld Warriors, questionable. I mean, it's a really good link. If you look at it, link level 10 is really solid. But it's not, there's not many units that have Otherworld Warriors. I think it's Super Kaioken, Goku, and some of the Otherworld Warrior units like Angel Frieza and Angel Cell. Gentleman, of course, you'll see it on Cells and whatnot. Supreme Warrior, I think it's on Jiren and Master Roshi's as well. Experienced Fighters is a bit more in-depth, I feel. I think, if I recall correctly, if you look over it, yeah, it's a bit more in-depth. You'll see this a bit more. Of course, the Gojitas or the Fusions, I should say, have it, or the Duo Fusions, I should say, not the actual Fusions as well, have it like in Gogeta and whatnot. Cold Judgment is as well a common link, I feel, nowadays, especially. Shocking Speed as well. Fierce Battle, of course, is a great link. So, overall, it's a mixed bag. There's not many key links outside of Shocking Speed, I don't think. I mean, yeah, if you look at it here, I guess Gentleman and Supreme Warrior, but you're not going to get Gentleman and Supreme Warrior, I feel, with Pikkon that much. It's mainly Experienced Fighters, Shocking Speed, Cold Judgment, and Fierce Battle, and Shocking Speed's the only key link. So that's why I really like that we have some key in his passive. It's just a shame that it's kind of locked behind the fact you need to get key for it, the key orbs, right? Category wise, Movie Heroes, Worthy Rivals, Otherworld Warriors, Saviors, Battle of Wits, Connected Hope. It's not the worst thing. I mean, good categories. Battle of Wits is fantastic. We know that. Movie Heroes is great. Obviously needs a new leader. Kind of was hoping this Pikkon would be the leader for that category, but still very solid overall. Worthy Rivals is great nowadays, I feel, but it's mainly a Vegeta team still, I feel. Obviously there's a couple of Piccolos in there. Of course, one of the Piccolos leads the category. Otherworld Warriors is improving, I feel, over time as well. I think once we get a new Gogeta as well, that'll be fantastic. Saviors is decent as well, and of course his own category, like I said, it has a lot of potential, I feel, as well down the line, especially with Spirit Bomb units and whatnot. Overall, this unit is great. I feel like, you know, I wouldn't necessarily recommend people to summon on him, though. However, outside of discounts maybe, and maybe like one more rotation on top, unless you're planning on splitting between both Janemba and Pikkon, then don't go beyond the discounted rotation. Purely because I feel there's a lot more units that are better than them. I feel like Pikkon and Janemba were great, would have been great like a year ago. Now, it's just that there are so many other units that are just outstanding compared to them. Like, it's not even a... like, these guys would be like 10th to 15th. Janemba even less so, but Pikkon would probably be like 10th to 15th in the top TURs even, right? Let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts on him. I feel like I may be a bit harsh on him. I'm gassing him up, but at the same time I'm kind of downing him. I feel also his banner is kind of to be honest. I'm not gonna front. His banner is, him and Janemba both have very okay-ish banners, I feel. But yeah, I may be being a bit harsh on him. I think he's he's great, but you can get him on a future Dual Dokkan Fest. He's going to be coming back on a future Dual Dokkan Fest regularly with Janemba as well on other future ones. Like the Worldwide Celebration is probably my next best guess when he'll come. Maybe earlier on JP with the Golden Week celebration. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And like I said, comment down below what are your thoughts. Subscribe for more unit breakdowns like this. It's been Galeriot. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, everybody. Bye.